Hey, good evening, guys. It's KB5 MIQ Big Boy. We got a little short video. We're gonna talk a little about a couple things in that. We've had a interesting Tuesday around here this week. We had a fairly major storm blow through here yesterday morning, about 7:30, and Cody and Tim both had some pretty severe damage to their houses. I think Adam may have lost an antenna. I don't know if Sam or Carl had any damage. I hadn't heard. I think Jeff didn't have any. I didn't really have any real damage. I had an issue come up. We'll talk about that. Kent had another one of his loop poles get a little bit, but Cody lost the back porch, and Tim lost the back porch, and a boat shed that come down with a tree on it and really messed his boat and house up. So y'all keep them guys your thoughts and prayers so I can get through their stuff they've got to get done. And I got something going on there. Little update on the Buckmaster. It gets back to what I said, that I got in a hurry when I put it up. And I wasn't thinking about the ground being as wet as it is right now. I looked out Tuesday morning. The initial blow happened about 7:30. I mean, we had a strong straight line wind come through here and horrific rains. I couldn't even see the barn from where I was at, out my kitchen window. And I decided I need to go out and check antennas, and I looked up, and the long leg of the Buckmaster was down enough that the cows could get in it. And what had happened, the ground was so wet that it pushed all my poles over. So I had to go out there between rainstorms, and I took the Buckmaster down right now and got the poles kind of pushed around where they're still in the ground, but I couldn't leave the antenna up for right now. So we're going to take our time. This next time, I picked up a bunch of sackcrete today. I'm letting the ground dry out a couple more days, probably Monday. I'm thinking about concreting the poles and letting them set up a week and make sure I've got some pretty stout poles where it won't move as much, and rehang that thing. Didn't have it damaged, didn't hurt any damage to it or the coax, but I couldn't leave it up like that because it just, the ground, them poles were just one end to the other. The ground's so wet, so I got to let things dry out and put some sackcrete on them and try to get everything back up in there again. I did, after that last video, got to playing with FT8, and I did run a nano VNA on that through all the bands. I'm still impressed with that antenna. Hey, ham radio cat, get up here. The nano VNA, the SWR was really good. It said you may need to tune her on 160, and there was one area 160 was over 2-to-1. The rest of them was fine, except 10 meters for some reason on my nano VNA. And I had noticed it on FT8, the SWR was a little high on FT8, and it was showing about 2.4-to-1 down at the very bottom of 28 megahertz where FT8 is. So, ready to get it back up in the air again. Start doing a little more voice contact on 20 and 40. And I really enjoyed that antenna what little bit of time I had it up, and I'm gonna do a little better job on it this time. But like I said, got in a hurry, had some other stuff going on with estate sale. I had a some time off that week. I was taking a little break after things, and I decided to go ahead and put it up, and it didn't work out. Also went to MTC and picked up new coax for the rest of my antenna project. And I may work on that next week one day. We got a pretty good week of sunny, warm weather coming, and I want to let down my 10 meter Yagi and the 2 meter on top of it. There's a 17 meter dipole under it. I'm going to take it down. I'm just going to use that Buckmaster on 17. But I'm going to put new coax on that, because the coax on them is old, and one of them was cheap and the other one's old. So we'll put new coax there. I got some LMR 400. Hey, Cam Radio Kent. I got off Kent a while back. I'm going to do my VHF, UHF vertical LMR 400. Hopefully the end of next week, maybe Saturday week, I might be able to hang that antenna back. But I'm not going to hang it up till I'm sure them poles are good and stout. So that's about an update with us this week. There was a big contest over the weekend. Matter of fact, when they start these contests, even though they say it's a Saturday contest, they started on UTC time, and it's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. The contest starts on Friday night. Even though it's actually UTC time is Saturday, it starts on Friday night. And when they start one on Friday night, 10 meters is going to be open. It's contest weekend. We just stayed on 2 meters Friday night. And we've learned on contests, it's hard to find an open spot. I'm not complaining about contests, but it's just how we do things. It's hard to find an open spot. And when you do find an open spot and you go to talking, people hear you talking and they start breaking in, wanting to work you for a contest. So we don't contest, so we just stayed off the band that night and went on 2 meters. Well, guys, that's about all I can think of. I'll keep y'all updated on the antenna build. And remember this, and I've said this before, and I didn't listen to my own advice, but take your time, get you a good plan out, and get an antenna in there. If you have the room, I'll say this again, if you have the room to put that 8-band Buckmaster up, bear in mind you're putting up an antenna about the length of a football field, I think you'll be very well pleased with it. And if that's the only antenna you got and ground wave is not your thing, I think you will make lots of contacts with it. It's a very well built, very good antenna. I'm very pleased with it so far. I just wished I hadn't rushed my initial install. Probably a good thing I did, because of the ground being so wet, I needed to go back and put concrete on them anyway, so I got that fixed up. Guys, remember Main Trading Company in Paris? I think they've gone to Houston this weekend for a hamfest down there. We've got several hamfest video slides behind this video you'll see. If you got any hamfest you want me to put in the video, please let me know. Send me some information on it. Also, mailbag questions. I still like getting mailbag questions from you guys, so if you come up with something, I'll cover it in a video. Yes, thank everybody who subscribed to the channel. This is KB5MIQ Big Boy 73.